guys, welcome back to the channel, right here. 57 Beetle. This is the second time I'm doing the intro, and I almost said Bel Air again. Don't know why that's in my head, but it is. Anywho, 57 Beetle. Hopefully this is going to be the Get It Back on the Road episode. You know, we got a couple little odds and ends we got to take care of, you know, quick, hopefully quick stuff. Engine compartment, lower and idle. I'll go through it, just make sure it's good. Mainly move the fuel filter. It's in the engine compartment. Not a big fan of that, as you know. The charred blue berry, if you watch that episode, it did have a plastic fuel filter in there, and I'm not going to say that's what caused it, but most likely. Indigestion. Also, got to button up the driver or passenger door. It's all blown apart. I think I said it in the last episode of this car. Someone's trying to replace seals, and well, just not gave up, but gave up because it was coming here, so I'll take care of it. Not a big deal. Button up the passenger door. Put wheels on, set ride height, because Lord knows what it's sitting at. I think the beam's completely sacked out right now. So we'll see where that sits. I don't think we're going for pan scraper, but we're going for drivability. And fix some wipers. Not getting to work, but just to get them, you know, on there. So you can put something on to put, you know, registration for a car show. Or at least that's the information I was giving him why he wants the wiper blades on. Because it's still a 6-volt motor, there's no converter, no nothing, so he's not intending to use them. But anyway, let's start hopefully with the easy part, and let's go in the back of the car so I can rerun the fuel line and, yeah, look it over. All right, guys, right off the rip, I noticed something. The car's been on the channel before. We did the electrical, make sure everything works, but I never touched the engine. Couple things right off the bat that just, me. One, like I said, fuel filter. We're gonna get rid of that. I don't like them in the engine bay. They're just there. This also does not seem like it's the correct line size. Anywho, that's the least of the problems, but these lines are right on the distributor cap, not a big deal. There's no metal line. Usually you have a metal line going from that bulkhead forward. It's rubber all the way through, and I guarantee, if I can find a flashlight, I guarantee there's no grommet or anything there, or not guaranteed. I'd be surprised if there was a grommet. Yeah, no, straight to. That didn't help. Straight through, if you can see in there. Fuel line. So yeah, and it's almost the exact same size that you would need to, you know, have an engine vibrated, like this, you know, these engines don't vibrate, and wiggle its way and chafe through. So, all right, running a steel line, like it should be, there, and then just a rubber hoop up. And we'll put the fuel filter where it should live, if you're running one, behind the rear axle. So I don't think I have one in front of this car. Let me double check. I don't know if I put one in, because I did put it in the gas tank. Yeah, no fuel filter. Okay. Scratch that. I did not put it in the gas tank. I just, oh, I thought that was corroding. I just bolted it down and connected the reserve lever, because those aren't my lines, but they're not German, they're rubber. I'm not going to mess with them. We're going to leave them alone, because Aunt Dora does not like me when I play with her box. Let me get some line. Dink. Because like most good mechanics, I'm taking the path of least resistance. And we're going to start up top and gradually work our way down. I don't know if this bomb has oil in it. So let's find out by putting it in my toolbox. All right. Fuel line. Yeah, it's two different sides. Why would you run two different size fuel lines? I mean, clearly, whoever did this did that on purpose. Also, I know who did it. It's probably one of my favorite Volkswagen shops ever here in Louisville. All right. Boink. Rotate. Rotate or I'll cut you. I don't care. My fridge is getting angry. That compressor shutdown is real. Jeez. We're going to cut it because I'm afraid I'm going to rip the nipple out. There we go. Loosen the bottom one, which I did already. Pull that. Drip gas all over the place. Awesome. Yeah. Let's just run two different size fuel lines. That's cool. I mean, it's not hurting anything until you spring a leak. Whatever. Let's just do it the right way. For as nice of a car as this is, you would think the body shop would have cared a little bit more. Did I bring things? I did. And I run, I think I said this in all my videos, I run fuel injection clamps. I trust them more than worms. Come on. All right, just get the socket on there. You know you were going to anyway. Boink, tight. Just get the bottom one. Come on, fat fingers. Get in there. There we go. Slide that on. Orientate that to where I might like it. Good news, I probably won't because I'm a very stubborn individual. Here's where my other 7 went. Tight. All right, fuel system for the carb, going to the carb. It's good. Next, let me raise the car up, undo the, line, and then run a steel line up to here so it's not dumb looking. I'll be right back. Let me raise the car and I gotta find my plug. So I don't know where the heck I put it. Doesn't matter, I got more push rod tubes. I'll be right back. Or fuel push rods. Because I use them. They're 1/4 inch. They fit in. Anyway, I'll be right back. I haven't made any progress yet, but one thing I did see. I'm assuming the double fuel clamp or the double clamps on the fuel line is because that line leaked. So instead of running the correct size line, let's just put another hose clamp on to hopefully stop the leak. Because you really shouldn't need two. Also, I'm assuming it's not running out of the factory location. It's running through the cab just due to the fact that there's probably a leak in the hard line. Or it's clogged. One of the two. I don't know. But it does flow fuel out of the line that's supplying it. So I'm going to leave it. All right, let me do what I said I was doing. I'll be right back. All right, my favorite part. Time to regret all life's decisions and get gas down the armpit. put this light in the most convenient place ever. Get off. Could you have made this worm clamp any tighter? Probably. All right, worm clamp off. Get my thing. This is what I was talking about also. I've shown it in the video. This is a fuel pump push rod shoved into a fuel line. With a clamp on the other side so I can clamp it. We're just going to cut that. And then regret my decision immediately. I don't feel like if I cut it, I'm committed to replacing it, I guess is what I'm getting at. There. Because hopefully it'll be too short at that point. Cut. Break loose. Oh, it's not leaking. Surprise. There it is. And boop. Put the line on. Surprisingly, not all over the place. And we'll tighten the clamp. Tighten the clamp. There we go. That should be fine. Where those stupid hose clamps are. Oh, now I get the fuel all over the place. Don't worry. It's just draining down from the carburetor or the fuel pump. That's fine. Anywho, let's go down and start taking stuff apart up. Taking things apart up there. Jeez, words. Boo. Gripping and ripping. You know, one good thing is the car is restored, but the engine bay, I don't mind sticking a flashlight somewhere. Because this is not restored. I lost my screwdriver. Are you kidding me? Not this one. There it is. I say that as I have a drill set up, but I think it's a different size. No, wow. Oh, that's mine. I need the flathead, which I just said I didn't need. Where did I throw it? There it is. Get rid of this guy. Nice loose fit. Of course, as soon as I put that there, good, you didn't paint the hinge. Let's try to pull this line through. Oh, wow. I don't know if you heard it in my mic, but she tight. Cut that on this side. Get this out and let me just crawl under and pull the rest of it. Prop, you're gonna have to move. Damn it. The engine does support itself, except I've had many of these just decide to drop on me, and the last thing I need to do is explain to the owner why I just put a huge dent in something they have. Move this guy out of the way. All right. Fuel line. Oh, my favorite. Shove it in down there. I don't really care where it's going. Also, what the hell is it hitting? What are you hitting already? Oh. There. Actually seems like the perfect amount. Noise. Yeah. Stop making noise. All right. Probably cutting it long, doesn't matter. steel fuel line is cheap, guys. Or brake line hose. Even at the parts house. Or you can Amazon it in, eBay it, what have you. Is it time to retire you? So I feel like I'm going to be retired by the time you finally cut through. There we go. Blink. Hold on to this. Put a bend. Right about here. Start working that in. We'll Z it back a bit. Right. Don't worry, it's stainless. Try to straighten it some. Doesn't have to be perfect. I think I want more of a Z. Straighten this out. I'm hitting the heater box is what I'm doing, or the heater thingy. Get out of the way. Out of the way. You're now back in the way. You're doing everything I said to please not do. Stop. Stay there. All right. Then we'll cut fuel line, start cutting it there. Oh, just go away. Start doing a little trim. And we'll slowly dial it in. Like I said, the drop back is, or through, seems about the right length. Not a big deal. I got plenty of clearance in there. If I do need to change that, I will. Of course, you cut fine. Ugh. I could live with that like that. So let me get some wrap. Actually, I think I just have enough for this. Indeed, I do. It's like a fat person sat on all these wires. Not really what I want. Nothing against people of the bigger bone nature. I'm one of them. But for electrical, not a fan of. Put stress on them. Put stress on, added stress on components that don't need added stress. Let's put this green wire back because I want the car to start again, obviously. Green wire is the one that comes from your condenser. Oh, and I did do a little probing the other night, and the oil pressure switch is bad. I know this because I can ground it out and the light will come on, but it doesn't when the car's just not doing anything. That's why there's a jumper lead just randomly hooked up. Make that look okay. Make that look okay. All right, all that is good. What did I do with, there it is. It's like, what's missing now? Put that on. Put that on. All right, there we go. But yeah, that's why there's a jumper lead here. It's just for testing. If you didn't know, if you want to test your light or your oil pressure light circuit, turn your key on and just run a jumper lead or just ground out that plug to anything ground, so anything bare metal. And if that light kicks on, your switch is bad. If the light doesn't kick on, you probably have a blown bulb or something else in your electrical is screwed up. Yeah, let's fire this thing up and see. Oh, I still got to connect the underside. Wow, it's been already a day, and I've only been doing this for like 5 minutes. Let me get this bottom connected, and we'll fire this thing up. All right, you saw the top side. I'll give you another tour, but there we go. Just fuel line, fuel filter behind the axle, not close to anything, and we got, like I said, this heat wrap. So hopefully we don't have a problem. Also, I don't know why this car has heat, or apparently the owner said there's a bunch of heat still coming in the car. They're off. Both levers are forward. I'm gonna undo them even more. They're just like chicken wired on there. And see if they're not closed, but they seem closed. Because pull equals open, push equals closed. But yeah, he said he can't turn off his heat. Oh, maybe they were engaged some. All right. Yeah, they're like I said, they're just chicken wired. All right, they're discoed, no heat. If he needs to drive into the summer or winter, we discussed, I will just reinstate it. So hopefully that stopped that problem. It was engaged some, it wasn't engaged all the way. I'll check out his bathroom knob in there and see what's going on with that. All right, let's fire this thing up and see what. See how she sounds. Like I said, he said that it seems like it has a high idle. I don't know for sure. He has enough Volkswagens. He probably knows what a high idle is. It is a generator engine. I don't know if you can even see me. Here's a hand puppet. It is a generator engine, so 950 to 1,000 is usually what's the recommended for charging and cooling on these things. You can yell in the comments all you want. Yes, I can get these things to death idle. Doesn't matter. If it's doing a death idle where it's idling at like 400 or 500 RPM where I set my Chevys, get it on the high choke. It'll overheat. She'll run hot. Are you gonna fire? I'm gonna put another bolt in that voltage regulator. Electronics like vibration. Doing that. Choke's warming up. If you actually feel the cover on them, you can see it. You can tell if the element's actually doing anything. If it's bone cold, well, it won't be. You know, it's not doing nothing. Heats up, it loosens the windings and opens. I found it all by myself. I'm just gonna let it warm up. Well, not so much the engine, but let the choke warm up and see what it's at. Right now it sounds fine. All right, it's off the choke right now. It's right around 1140. I can bump her down a bit. That's a Phillips. There's a flat. Little bit. That's much better. All right, watch that tack now that I can't see. We're holding steady idle. I'm gonna spray around the carburetor. Immediately goes up. So is it the gasket? Gasket seems fine. Throttle shaft. All right. You might be able to hear, well, you can't see. Throttle shaft is leaking. You hear it rise. What about the intake? No change. Little change. Oh, you guys are so small. All right, anywho, as you look at my neck. Carburetor, it's working. Is it fluctuating a bit? Yeah. We're holding right around 950, right where I'd want it to be. So if it gets worse, we know what the problem is. But engine's good. I'm gonna run one self-tap in that generator so it's not doing that. But give me a minute, I'll be right back. Oi! All right, guys, it has been more than a few days since my last recording. Sorry about any wind noise. I got a fan blowing on me because I decided to get hot here. So that's awesome. Maybe I can rotate that and be a little considerate. Oh, man. Any who's and ways and who's and hows. All right, what I got going on right now is, well, I don't have my pen, but fuel filter's done. Got to fix the horn still, wipers, got to install them. Heater cables, they're disconnected. Jingly noise in rear. Not sure about that yet. I got to drive it. But I didn't hear anything when it was idling. The beam, that's in. Got to do the door, something under hood, wiring cover, because this dash is blowing air. You'll see when we're under there, and try to adjust the thing. But right now I got to button up this door. With that said, I got to figure out what all stage this is in. Nice thing is he baggies everything. What stage this door's in to actually get it to, well, go in. I don't know if it was the owner or the, get out of here. I don't know if it was the owner or the body shop who tore it apart. I don't know if it was the owner or the body shop who put in this the scraper, the whole molding, due to the fact that I also don't know where the hell the window crank is. Get back here. Reason I say that is there's a couple dents in it. Someone obviously, well, they did try to put it together. I need this regulator to regulate. This thing's all discombobulated, isn't it? Perfect. All right, guys. I don't know where. I just noticed my mic cut out. I don't know where it happened. All I did was get this gasket in, get the glass out, so we can get this vertical in. Nothing major. Right now, instead of gluing this molding in, I'm going to opt to put 2 self-tappers in it, so it holds it. And they just go right in the channel. Is it correct? No. But will it work better? Yes. It eliminates getting this droop. Pop them in and we'll call it good. Like I said, I've done the glue it in method, you know, the, let's say, the correct way. And personally, I'm not a fan. This, I know I have a positive, at least a positive lock in there. You'll never see it. It's hidden. Call it good. Call me a hack if you want, but I don't really care. I want results and longevity, not, I gotta spread this channel. It was pinched somehow. I want longevity and usability. I don't really care about OEM correctness. If you wanted the OEM correctness, I am not your shop. Where the hell's the hole? This corner might be a little bit of a trick because it's weird. This gasket on the bottom is pulling out. That might get a self-tap as well, or it might glue it in. The channel is bent out. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's not holding where it needs to. Regulator works okay. Okay enough. Let's get the window back in. Hopefully it's going to ride in the channels. I don't have anything finalized yet as far as adjustments. Let me get some goo on that though. You know, ease the burden of ups and downs. I know where I put my grease gun. Crap. Well, I just used it on this car. Definitely took forever. Forgot. I lubed my tire machine, arm, and then window regulators on my truck. Some people say run them dry, some people say grease them. I've always greased them, so well, that's what I'm going to do. Just so that the slides better. Now the fun trick is to get this window into this right into the track system. Right in the knee. Window and door first. This Dynamat or whatever sound deadening is not helping me because it's not flush. All right. This other side. Arm down. Window. Window up. God, that's tight. All right, guys. I've been fighting with this damn thing for well over 45 minutes. And I think I might have this to a place where I'm kind of quasi-happy with it. I don't know. All I know is I punched it. As you can see, I sprung a leak, possibly in my hand. So that feels nice. Try to get this hardware in. That's in. Let that window help relax the gasket where it needs to be. Looks like that needs a little bit of a relief cut. It's too close. I am every bit of an hour into just messing with this door. So I got that going for me. But it works, and that's all I care about. All right. Door card. He gave me pretty much everything except for there's clips in here. The door panel clips. There's a few in here, so we'll use what few I have. There might be enough to do a door. There's not enough to do a door. So we'll put them where they can be most useful. Corners. One there. How many do I got? I got 3 more. That's the top. This is the bottom. There you go. One here. And we'll do one. This one's all bent. Nice. One here. All right, spent way too much time on that. Of course, that's a flathead. Why would it be anything different? Last thing I'm gonna do is adjust this latch because it said the door flew open on him. Now, you know, that's not ideal. I've had doors fly open on me on test drives. I think the Thing video did it to me. So I'm hoping I can get the adjustment I want out of this thing. We're also missing a screw. So there's only 3 holding this plate on. That's done. That's done. That's done. It doesn't work from the inside. Awesome. Now you know why stuff takes so long. Oh, the pin fell off. Okay, at least this is an easy fix. This clip back. And that really should not go anywhere. That's in. Now let's see if it works. Yes. Perfect. We can rock the car. It's solid. We can change the battery. I think the next thing we're going to do, or I got to do hood stuff. Well, get wiper arms on it and try to adjust this hood because it doesn't fit quite right. So let me do a battery change. Spending 2 hours doing a whatever really was a pain in the butt. Doors suck. I hate doors. I don't think I've ever said that, but I do. I think I dislike them more than I do wiring. Yeah. And if you know this channel, you know how much I love wiring. I'll be back. Well, that's going to have to work. Yes, the left is on the left and the right is on the right. The arms are in the right places. This is just dumb. I mean, I guess it works. That just looks stupid. Where's a picture? Certainly that doesn't ride like that. All right. So weird wiper arm orientation on this side. I am not a German engineer. I would have engineered it better. All right. You might be able to see outside. It is getting late. I think we're at the point where we're going to take this thing out for a test drive, weather dependent. And yes, I put the left on the left and the right on the right, unless the bags are labeled wrong. I'm at the point where I can say we're ready for a test drive. I got to re-zip down the wheels, make sure that they're tight. This thing also, I don't think, you guys really didn't even see it yet. Sorry. That's as high as the beam goes. I can't go up anymore. I can go down all the way, but I can't go up anymore. So I figure go all the way up, have ride height, because we got a little bit of a monster truck stance back here anyway. Kind of hopefully equal it out. He needs bigger profile tires. But yeah, like I said, I think we're going to take this thing on the road. Make sure the brakes work. Make sure the engine's tuned. Find out whatever rattle he says he thinks he has, because I haven't heard it yet. In the limited time I've let this engine run and start, but I think we're pretty much wrapped up. Gonna try to adjust the hood, get it down a little more. But other than that, the list is done. I just got to put the wire cover in the dash. Anyway, join me hopefully on the road, unless the development happens. All right, guys, let me get you a little better position, probably. I don't know. But, all right, let's take this thing out. Going to be a, I don't know, mildly quick test drive. Basically, just want to make sure the brakes work. We got a mosquito in here. Fly, whatever. Brakes work. Yeah, and drive. It sat a couple days. It did bleed down a bit, which it's fine. They still work. Just the way that the residual works on these things, lit. Anywho, the brakes are fine. Horn, I still got to figure the horn out because the wire that's supposed to be in here isn't in here. Caveat, it was in here. It was just not very well attached on the other end, so when I went to put a splice in, it's Anthor's box is what I'm getting at this point with the horn. So now I got to figure something out to get it to work. It works, but it doesn't work through the button right now. I got to try to make it work through the button, and that's going to be fun. Wiring. Anywho's and ways. Also, I have quick release steering wheel for alignment purposes. All right, give it a pump, turn the key. Fires right up. Lights are off. I didn't even check if the lights came on. I know the gen light came on. Oil pressure. I still gotta change that switch out. I haven't done that yet. I don't hear that tinking noise that he said he heard. But anyway, join me on the road. What's this clutch feel like? Because I haven't even driven this car ever. I can't see out of it, so that's good. As long as I have one mirror. Super high. Okay. We'll buck around a bit. Join me on the road. Well, I'm back. Didn't go anywhere. I want to check fuel on this thing. Brakes are really good. She's running a little weird. And it could just be the choke out of sync. Yeah, let me check that out. Let me check out the fuel, make sure that it's, I got gas in this thing, because I don't have a gas gauge. Thank you, Volkswagen. And let me just check that carburetor. Because, yeah, she's loopy. All right, I just gave her a little more fuel, a little more idle adjustment. Seems happy. Now join me on the road. I'll be back. All right, guys, first thing I noticed, I don't know how well it's picking up in my mic, but that engine is loud. Speedometer works. It tracks fairly straight. It's bouncy, but you can hear that thing. Sounds like a peed off weed whacker. I can really tell the drums are warped. I got a huge pulse in the pedal. I don't know if you can see me sawing away at sitting here, but yeah. It's gonna need a clutch. Steering seems okay. Like, it's not loosey-goosey, it's not all over the place. Like I said, I'm just basically making sure the front end isn't gonna fall off of this thing. The heat, it's not blowing anymore, those dampers are shut. But this clutch, man, it's way high. It rides all right. But yeah, I don't know if my foot's picking up, but those drums are but they suck. I don't know if you were able to feel that with the drums, when it had four-wheel drums or not, but definitely feel it now. It's not the rotors. The rotors wouldn't be bouncing around. They're brand new. It's indicative of a warp if you ever have like pedal feedback. So, I mean, that's fortunately what that is. But other than that, the engine sounds good. like there's no insulation back there. I hear the rattle. Sounds like it's front end though. Yeah, but that pedal is really bouncy. There's definitely a rattle. And I don't know where it's coming from. I'm not a fan of the steering. It's tight, but it doesn't self-center. Really gas smelly too in here. Yes, the swerves are intentional. They're for making sure the front's not going to fall off. But yeah, the lack of self-centering is quite concerning. Also, the geez, I hate this clutch. Yeah, that tank needs that tank needs a gasket. She rolls nice. Smooth and stable. It doesn't feel like it's falling apart. Join me on the big cab. Let's go back to the shop. All right, guys. It's very clattery back there. Whew. The heat's discoed. I might crawl in there and pull the actual tubes out, or I'll just block off the outs on the engine. But yeah, it did get warm, and I don't know if it's because I'm psyching a lot. Well, I'm fat. But I didn't know if it was getting warm because the heat's coming through this car. The channels are cold. It's not coming through the car. Let's test it real quick. Ooh. Yeah, no heat's coming through. So I'm just round. But anyway, what was I going to say? Brakes are fine. There's a pulse in the pedal. The clutch is going to have to get done. He might like it and drive with it, but it does have a chatter if you get on it. I mean, maybe I have it in the video, but you get on it a little too hard. It's like that 64 we did, or we were fighting. You get the jumping. So clutch is either smoked or the pressure plate. And the way that my odds are going, it has a 3-draw on it. So there's that. It is a very buzzy engine. I don't know how much it picks up in my mic, but it is loud in here, kind of obnoxiously loud for being stock. That fan sounds like it's doing a lot of work. And then I'm going to start banging on everything in the back because there is a jingle. It sounds like someone was screwing with them and put a bell in something. And I don't know if it's in the body or on the body or under the body or if a bumper's loose. Because I did knock on it when it was on the lift, and I couldn't find anything. So I'm wondering if it's in the body, and it's on the passenger side. I was doing the right thing and hitting every manhole cover I can. On the driver's side, didn't hear anything. Passenger side rear gets upset, something goes ding-a-ling-ding-ding-ding-ding-a-ling-ding. I doubt that picked up. What I did probably picked up, but I doubt the noise actually is picking up. But with that said, everything, I got to wipe this thing down because I got a little dirty and then I like it, just due to the fact, well, yeah, steering wheel straight enough, but I should just put that nut on and just remind myself to tighten it. Yeah, steering wheel's good. I just got to get the horn to work. I'm not 100% sure on how I'm going to do that. The wheel really can go one click over, but it's fine. I'm not going to mess with it. But, yeah, I got a few odds and ends. Got to get the horn working. Not a big deal. Just going to mess with this stuff. Like I said, the horn is wired. It does work, but that, hey, the oil light started working again. Horn's wired to work off that switch, but that main wire, I ran this wire the other night, just up the steering column. It's not 58 correct, so that's why I'm having issues. Here's an isolator bushing. I'll figure something out with that. Yeah, I'll just put a button in somewhere. I don't want to cut into the car, but I don't know. But yeah, jingle, horn, and that's it. Right? And no, it wasn't the keys. I honestly don't know if it was the keys or not. It was coming from the rear of the car. There's no way that's transmuting to the rear of the car. But it almost sounds like that. It's in the back of the car. 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 Yeah, I guess let's wrap this episode up. Tighten the steering wheel, get the horn working, nothing major. Car sounded fine and ran fine. The clutch is smoked. It's lifting way up. Can I adjust it? Maybe. Am I going to? No, knowing that I know it needs a new one just due to the fact of the jerkiness. I am rambling like normal, but join me in Big Cam. I'll close this one out. All right, guys, closing out this episode on the 57 here. Hopefully, it's not going to be back because of anything I did. Maybe the owner wants something else done in the future. We'll obviously take care of them. But as far as I can tell, as of right now, with driving it, so on and so forth, the engine's buzzy. Might need a clutch down the road, and well, that's really about it. Transmission feels fine as far as shifting goes. It rides really good. The steering wheel not coming back to center. One of two things. One, everything's just tight and new and it needs to, wear in, lack of better terms. Or two, we're going to have to put caster shims in. So under the beam, actually, I think I have a kit. It's for something else. Actually, it's for one of my cars. Yeah. Caster shims. Basically pops that beam out because they are non-adjustable on the link pins. So, might end up doing that if it doesn't decide to come center. As far as the alignment goes, the alignment feels fine. I'll tell him to keep his eye on it just to make sure that, not getting any weird tire wear or anything like that. What else? He is changing wheels and tires, as far as I know. Another reason the car has a little bit of higher ride height, just clearance-wise, because I know he's going to a higher profile tire, so this way it's not going to rub. But other than that, runs, starts, drives, stops, everything's working. Yeah, doors are buttoned up. The horn even works. I stayed late last night and racked my brain on that. No, I didn't take you along for the ride, but it's a beeping off the button. I didn't have to drill a hole, is what I'm getting at, or like extra button hole. But with that said, gonna wrap up this episode. Whatever it came out to, you know the drill. If you like this episode, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. If you do, we will chit chat. As always, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.